Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a proud contributor right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated women just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our podcast. So glad that you're with us today. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get ready to get into this most important subject. You won't believe it. You will not believe it. Just a little bit of housekeeping. As you come in, please come in, give us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like and share and make sure that you are subscribed. Also, I don't know if you knew or not, but we have a store. Yes, a Black-owned store. And it is called, you can find us at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com. In fact, I'm drinking from this mug that says Queen, and you can get this there as well. Yesterday, I had on my little pink shirt that said, "Don't touch my hair," and then another mug as well. But there's so many different things that you can get there. That's shopfnq.com. Please make sure you check us out. And also, please don't forget to reach out to us if you want to learn how to build a business. Reach out to us at FlyNubianBusiness.com. That's FlyNubianBusiness.com. See, we're about solutions here. We are about solutions here. Let's get ready to get on into it, family. I'm so pleased to see you all today. Shout out to the Black family in the digital building. So today's subject, P. Diddy and Tyler Perry called Snoop and pressured him, y'all, to apologize to Gayle King. Did you all know that? Yes. P. Diddy, Tyler Perry called Snoop and urged him, pressured him to apologize to Gayle King. But he wasn't the only Black man. I want you to pay very close attention to the men that are involved in this situation. No disrespect to our brothers, none at all. But you all know how I start so many of my shows, and that is this: we are at war. And this situation with Snoop, there's so many lessons. There's so many moving parts. So that's why I'm talking about it again today. Somebody Black talk Black to me. Now, you all know we gave Snoop this work. First of all, we appreciated him listening to what we said and amplifying what the grassroots Black society and what the new Black media has been saying for some time. Snoop was empowered by us. Y'all better talk Black to me. Snoop was empowered by us. Now, I'm getting ready to let you listen to a little bit more of the interview that Jada Pinkett Smith and her daughter and her mom did. You all know that they have that show called Red Table Talk on Facebook. And Jada's getting a lot of attention for the show, obviously, because she has Snoop on there. And Snoop obviously has made international news because he properly checked Gayle King. Shouldn't call her the B word, perhaps. But in terms of his anger, in terms of the rebuke that he gave her, he was totally appropriate about what he did. They released a snippet the other day, which I discussed. The Red Table Talk did. But now they did the entire interview, and I listened to it, and I re-listened, and I'm telling you, we got to learn from stuff. When things happen, things shouldn't just happen without us being observant. Are y'all hearing me? We must be observant, and we have to pay attention. And it's always, 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 especially for us as a people, more than what meets the eye. And that's what we probe. We look a little bit deeper, and then we try to glean and extract lessons from the happenings of the world. Are y'all hearing me today? I also want to thank you all for your patience on yesterday. You see, when I got to talking about Black folk having our own intelligence agency. Remember yesterday I called it the BIA, Black Intelligence Agency. And I was talking about the physics and the metaphysics and the advantage that Black folk would have if we were to engage in this. And I've heard similar sentiments from other members of the Black media saying the same thing, I want to just let you know the last part of what I was trying to say. Number one, I want you to let you know that if there's any interruptions going forward with this show, family, be sure to just meet me over at yourblackworldtv.com. Somebody put that in the chat for me. Yourblackworldtv.com. Meet me over there. So anytime there's an interruption with the show or something like that, you all know that, folks been messing with my sound. I've even had our equipment checked by professionals not too long ago. There is nothing on this end as far as we know that should be causing those kinds of problems. So just want to remind you all. So if something else goes down, please make sure that you just switch over and meet me at yourblackworldtv.com. Now, if it's at the very end of the show, perhaps not. But if I'm on a roll and there's something else to be said, please meet me at yourblackworldtv.com. Just FYI, okay? Thank you so very much. Let's get ready to get into this today. While I'm queuing this, I want to let you know that some of the solutions that I was talking about yesterday. And first of all, make sure that you check out my show. I know I came on early yesterday, so some of you missed it because I came on at a different time. But make sure that you check out the show from yesterday. Please make sure that you don't miss the Vicky show from yesterday. At the end of the show is when I got cut off. And what I talked about yesterday was Oprah turned off her Instagram comments after the Harvey Weinstein verdict came in, right? So that's what I was discussing. And at the end of the show, I got into some other things concerning us as a people and the importance of what the nation has been teaching for a long time, policing our own communities, making your neighborhoods safe and decent places to live. As I was saying that, I was reminded of a sentiment that I've already heard in the new Black media, where they were talking about Black folks, we need to have our own CIA. And that's when I said, indeed, I said, we could even call it the BIA, Black Intelligence Agency. And one of the things that I was saying, and the point that I wanted to put to press, is that we're able to govern ourselves. We built the country. And before we built the country, we built the world. We are the mothers and fathers of civilization. I've told you this for some time now, and I won't stop saying it. We are the mothers and fathers of civilization. I tell you those things because I want you to know that everything that's good and orderly came from us. And we have that potential. We have the capacity. We have the ability to do it right now. I tell you those things in order to break your reliance on your open enemy. Somebody talk Black to me. I tell you these things over and over again because I want you to know and be aware of the fact that this can be a reality that we can make for ourselves without the interference and without the meddling of our open enemy. We are the ones that certify and legitimize everything. Did you hear what I said? We sanction everything. If there's something to be done, and if there's something to be authenticated, y'all better stop. Y'all play too much. We have the power to do it. And we're not waiting on a star on the sidewalk in Hollywood. We're not waiting for an Oscar or an Emmy. We're not waiting for a pat on the back. We're not waiting for an Addy board. We're not waiting for a cover shoot. We're not waiting for a contract. We said so. And I was saying further, I just wanted to complete what I said yesterday because you all know that I was rudely interrupted. That when we need to go ahead and get started on having our own Black intelligence agency. When you have your own Black intelligence agency, you become a force to be reckoned with in terms of war, number one, because you know that America has waged war on the Black man and the Black woman since we've got here, and they've continued to do it. We talk about Afghanistan as the longest war. No, it's not. The longest war is this 465-year war that this government has waged on us. So you need intelligence. You need insight. Not only do we have the capacity to have international hookups in terms of the Caribbean, in terms of Africa and the 54 nations therein, and in terms of other places around the world, but we have the ability to work within the 50 states here in America, gather information, and not blab it on social media, Lord have mercy, prematurely. Are y'all talking black to me? Gathering information, not only just so that we can have an effective defense, but so that we will have the necessary intel, the necessary intelligence to build a black world, to build a thriving black society. Are y'all hearing me today? Thumbs up, family. Be sure to hit that notification bell. When you do that, you help to draw other folk into the podcast. That means that you're participating in the broadcasting of the new black media. The reason why Oprah is running, the reason why mainstream white media is in a tizzy right now is because you all are empowering us through your financial assistance to support black media, through your likes, through your shares, through your comments, through your engagement. Thank you so much. Let's get on into this today. I just wanted to put a bow on what I was saying yesterday. Again, please watch the show from yesterday on Fly Nubian Queen. It's titled "Oprah Turned Off Her Instagram Comments After the Harvey Weinstein Conviction." Make sure you listen to that and re-listen and share. Shout out to those of you that are in Digital Black Building. Shout out to our moderators in the building. We're so pleased that you're with us. Thank you, Dual, our amazing moderator. She's already got the link in there from yesterday. Now, I'm cueing this. Let me read you this first. You all know that whenever I do clips and so forth, I like to always cover our bases. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. And to be sure, we're educating ourselves on this. I want you to listen to again a little bit more of the interview that Jada Pinkett Smith and her daughter and her mother did with Snoop. Remember, we only had access to just a couple of clips before they unleashed it on Wednesday, day before yesterday. So I want you to, here we go, listen to this. And why I was totally and profoundly disgusted when I heard some of these admissions. Listen carefully.
I wanted to make sure it's said the right way, and I wanted to make sure that the message was across that we love Kobe.
Okay, hold on one second, family. Here we go. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
3, 2, 1.
On this Red Table Talk, it started an international controversy.
Hold on, let me get the volume up for you.
Snoop Dogg comes to the Red Table for a healing session. God had a bit of a complicated relationship with you.
What's up, girl?
For you.
All right.
It's our job.
Felt like
We need this.
we're trying.
Y'all doing good.
Welcome to a special Red Table. As you know, in the last few weeks, there's been controversy around Snoop and Gayle King. This conversation is not about taking sides. This conversation is not about trying to prove who's right or who's wrong. This conversation is about healing. I looked at this as a huge opportunity to talk about the wounds and culture of disrespect between Black men and Black women. And I want everyone to know that I invite.
Let's stop right there. Actually, listen.
Snoop to the table. And I also invited Gayle King to the table. Gayle King has an open invite for whenever she wants to come. First of all, this is great because.
Notice she didn't say Gayle declined. Pay attention. In my mind, I believe it's strategic that she chose not to come at that moment. And it would make sense for Gayle not to come at that moment. Notice she didn't say specifically that she declined. She just wanted us to know that there was an overture that was given to both parties. Watch this. But notice what she said before she said that about Gail. What did she say? She said that she thought that this would be an opportunity for healing and dealing with the culture of disrespect between the black man and the black woman, right? Did you all hear what I said? That's what Jada just said. Jada said she wanted to take that as an opportunity to deal with the culture of disrespect between the black man and the black woman. While that might be an issue within black society, that ain't it this time, Jada. Somebody black talk black to me. We're going to refocus. We're going to recalibrate. And we're going to stay on subject. And we're not going to let our open enemy, who use Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey to distract us. We're too intelligent for that. Somebody say on purpose. We're going to stay on purpose in this piece. Somebody talk black to me. Somebody talk black to me. This situation, as I've told you guys before, is not an issue. Do not let folks say that this is about a black man disrespecting a black woman. While there are other circumstances, perhaps, that you can point to where that might be true, this ain't it. We will not let you change the narrative or switch the spotlight. We are not going to allow you to engage in prestidigitation without us checking your funny looking self. You're not going to do that this time. You're not going to turn this and make this about Gayle King and some unsubstantiated threats that she claims that she got. We need the screenshots, Gayle. We need the screenshots. And we need to see the law enforcement press conference. Because somebody of your caliber that's getting legitimate death threats, baby, I can imagine the press conference. We need the press conference and those screenshots. As I've said before, I am not someone that is as famous as Gayle King. So my recognition and name around the world is not like hers. But somebody even on my level, I know about having threats, I'm told, by ratchets and stuff. I know every now and then somebody crawls their way, a little creepy somebody crawls their way into my DMs or into my comments on one of my other social media platforms. And by the way, follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Some of y'all crawl up in there and say some crazy stuff, and you try to say some of the dumbest things, and you call yourself trying to be slick and threats and stuff. We know those kinds of things exist. And of course, I have an armor you can see and one that you can't. But to be clear, if I felt you inching up close, baby, you best believe every T can be crossed and every somebody black talk black to me. And so while I'm saying is, Gayle, somebody on your level need to be doing press conferences. We need to see law enforcement who's engaged in bringing whoever this is to justice. That's all I'm saying. We're not going to let you flip the script and make this about you and Oprah. While y'all trying to come up on the death of black men. This is a pattern of y'all. Michael Jackson was dead for a decade, and you guys decided to pile on against the family's wishes and against the extended family, which is us, our wishes. You're doing it again with Kobe. Gayle, you were willing to throw R. Kelly under the bus with these back-to-back shows while he helped to drive up the ratings at CBS. And you defended Charlie Rose, your former co-host on ABC, on CBS, who was accused by dozens of women of sexual misconduct. And y'all start crying me a river and stuff and making it about you. That's wicked. That's evil to come up on the dead like that. And we called you out for your madness. So I just wanted to stop your girl, Jada, right there and say, Jada, queen, this is not that situation where this is disrespect between a black man and a black woman. The situation, Jada, the proper equation is the black community versus an enemy to black people. And Gayle King in this instance is the enemy to black folk. She's a tool for white supremacy. So since you decided to get in the way of our target, which is white supremacy, we've got to get with the thing that jumped in front of the target that we was trying to hit. And some of you are all too pleased to jump in the way because you like nearness to whiteness, and you like your butter biscuits, and you like the incentives and the little trinkets that you get. It's not trinkets of freedom for the collective. It's not upward mobility for the collective. It's just a pat on the back. It's just a look again. She got us. It's just a wink and a nod. My God, today. It's just you get to sit next to me. What the world? Somebody black talk black to me. Let me get on back into this. 1,200 plus of you in the chat. Welcome to the Vicky Show. Normally I'm here Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for joining us. We're talking about a most important subject, dealing with, yes, still Snoop. Yes, dealing with the Gayle King fallout continues, but there's many lessons to learn from this, and that's why we're still talking about it. Family, we're so pleased that you've joined us today. As I get ready to play some of the rest of this, I want to make sure that those of you that haven't, give us the thumbs up and hit that notification bell, would you? On the count of three. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
You know, you and I been around for a long time. And along the way, I had a bit of a complicated relationship, you know, with you from afar. You can understand that. But there's 2 times in your career where I just had to cheer for you.
Which I'm getting ready to skip this part. I want you to listen to, because this interview is like 30 something minutes, and I'm not going to eat up the show for just all the nonsense. I got to do some kind of commentary. Thumbs up. Listen, family, watch this. I want to take you to certain parts of the interview that I thought were it's worthy of us discussing. Listen, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell. Here we go.
About the kids and their wife, and just the stand-up guy, like, to get to that point in life is hard.
Yes.
It's hard.
When this whole Gayle thing came up, I do feel like there was a lot of anger.
Right. Built up.
Like Black men were furious. I had not seen that as a collective in a long time.
I see it all the time.
Well, of course you do.
Did you all hear that? Shout out to those who gave that $5 and those that just gave that $10 to 100 Black Rogue. I forgot to mention the other person. May your gift be returned back to you 1,000-fold. I'm going to come to Colorado and pay you $50 an hour to holler at me. Oh, thank you, beloved. May your gifts be returned back to you 1,000-fold. Did you all hear what Jada just said? She said that she has not seen that type of anger amongst a collective Black man in a long time. And what did Snoop just say? Snoop says it happens every day. That's important. This is the power and the importance of the new Black media. This is the power of our voices being heard. Because how did Jada not hear us, Lord? Have mercy. She's married to a Black man. She has a Black son. She has a Black stepson. Some of our brothers and sisters are at ease in their oppression. Some of our brothers and sisters, when they're inside of the plantation house, they get to dress better. That heat from the sun. And the labor is not quite as intense. And the food tastes a little good. And they're disconnected, most importantly. Somebody talk Black to me. They're disconnected from the rest of themselves, which is us. And so they become comfortable. Shout out to you, C. Smitty, for your gift. C. Smitty says, much love, Queen. I love you back. 1,300 plus of you in the chat, family. Continue to give us a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Like and share. Again, that helps to draw other Black folk into the podcast. See, when you continue to do this, see, the reason why Snoop was empowered to do what he did, and the reason why we made this a global issue, let me say it again. The reason I said we made this a global issue, I'm trying to tell you that because I want you to know how powerful your voices are. We made this the narrative, and we won't stop. But notice what Jada said.
Exactly right.
We just came from behind closed doors on that one. And it's a collective feeling of, you guys are targeting us. You guys are coming after us. You guys are us.
A lot of Black men felt attacked,
right?
You know,
and betrayed,
and that we as Black people on both sides, you know, how the wounds that we have to deal with as a community, how I think we expect each other.
I don't want to, that was such a profound part there. When he said we felt targeted. You felt targeted because you are targeted. And Black men, you guys are our first line of defense for Black society. You're supposed to be our providers and our protectors. So the Black woman being able to thrive in all of our divine feminine glory, and our children being able to realize their future and to extend ours, because that's everlasting life. Some of y'all ain't ready to hear that yet. It depends on that Black masculinity being intact. Y'all play too much. It depends upon that Black male masculinity being intact. And that's the reason why you are enemy number one. You're not the only enemy. You're not their only aim. I'm just saying that you are an important part and one of the initial targets of theirs that they beat at and try to beat down to prevent and frustrate and foil your rise. Because when you have a weedless mind, Snoop, Lord have mercy, I know I'm going to make a lot of people mad. Somebody talk Black to me. And I'm not here to judge any of that. And I'm just trying to say that weed that y'all like to say is from the ground and from the Lord and from creation is not the same stuff that your ancestors were smoking. That's number one. Your open enemy is now making mischief with that stuff. And you've got Black folk on the front line like Dr. Wesley Muhammad that's giving you the receipts, the medical receipts, the governmental receipts, the medical receipts to prove to you in no limit of time these realities. These are not just conspiracy theories. See, weedful minds, minds full of weed, minds that's always got to be high and drunk. When you always have to be out your mind, something's wrong, baby. And Black folk, I understand it because of the oppression and the racism and the stress and the cares of life. If anybody needs, feels the need more than anybody to run to something, it's us. But I'm letting you know they've weaponized your weed, Black men. And so, Snoop, you were a thug. The thug is often given the reputation of being a criminal and so forth. And like Minister Farrakhan said so long ago, is that he said that this generation that we're in now, he said this is the greatest generation we have. He said they just need wisdom. They need guidance. Why? Because the thug has been given the reputation of being a criminal. But one of the greatest attributes about that rebellious Black thug, Lord have mercy, is he's our warrior class. That thug is a part of the Black warrior class. So that's the reason your government pumped you the drugs in the first place. That's the reason why your government made it illegal after they gave you the drugs buying through the CIA in the first place. That's when they made it illegal to make sure that they could also incarcerate you. So after they helped to destroy you, after they helped to kill you, after they helped to destroy your family unit, then they removed the man from the household. I need somebody black. Are you connecting these dots? So now let's make you high so you can be out your mind, so you don't even recognize there's a threat. And if you do see a threat, you won't care. You won't rise up to act. Lord have mercy. When your brain is full of weed, bruh. and your woman, somebody of me, I'm threatened, and you out your mind, boy. I can't do nothing with you. What you gonna do for me? Out your mind, baby. You can't even think or strategize. The big black brain. Somebody put that hashtag in there for me, please. The big black brain. It's the greatest threat. So they help to keep you out your mind. You docile. You just chilled out. You just chill. Snoop, you just chill. And so, Snoop, you've allowed that thug image that you had, that masculine image that scares white folk to death. The image of the Tupac, which is why they killed him. Lord have mercy. That image, that thug image wasn't just about criminality. They knew that that was the warrior class. And then when you have the warrior class showing signs of intelligence and consciousness like Tupac, you become real dangerous. So Snoop, and this is not to diss our brother Snoop, but I'm just keeping it real. All that thugging and stuff, y'all know I done did some time in the feds. So you don't impress me about that thuggish. I shut all that up. People running their mouth on, so shut all of that up. The talking gotta cease when you a real thug. Lord have mercy. But anyway, I digress. I said something deeper than what some of y'all know right there. 1,500 plus of you all in the chat. Just hang out with me. 1,500 plus of you in the chat. We need some more thumbs up, thumbs up. Welcome to the Vicky Show. I'm typically here Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Also, family, you all know that we appreciate your support of our Black business, but we believe in doing quid pro quo. Support our Black business at shopfnq.com. Like I said, I've been drinking out my cup here, my electrolytes in here. You can get this and so much more at shopfnq.com. This says Queen. Shopfnq.com. And don't forget to text the word Queens to 31996. Text Queens to 31996. Shout out to you, Solo, for your gift. He said Tupac wanted our own political party. Absolutely. And that's something that we should do, I believe. Forget these Democrats and Republicans. That's another subject. We'll talk about that later. But listen, focus, listen. So what have they done, Snoop? Snoop, you and those of your ilk that represents our warrior class, those that they call gang bangers. Of course, you all know that many of the gangs, like the Crips and the Bloods, do you all know that the original Crips and Bloods started to be protectors of their community? Did you all know that? Before law enforcement came and corrupted them? But that's another story. Snoop, your look and what you represented initially scared America. It scared white supremacy. Yes, beloved. And so Snoop, you allowed your thugness, your roughness to be commercialized. Let's just keep it a buck. You allowed it to be commercialized. And in doing that, bruh, you came off to our open enemy as no longer a threat. You became someone that made our open enemy feel like they had nothing to worry about. They could be at ease. And they found out how they could still control you. Controlling the image of that Black masculine man because you were willing to commercialize it. You and Martha Stewart. I ain't hating on your little, but all that extracurricular hugging, I'm just saying. What is you gulping a white woman like that for? I'm just confused. I'm just keeping it a buck. What is, I don't understand what was the necessity with all of that extracurricular Martha Stewart. You can't get nobody blacker than Snoop, and you can't get nobody whiter than Martha Stewart. That's on purpose. Shout out to you, William, for your gift. Thumbs up, family. Did you all hear what I said? So white men all over the world, and all over America especially, was like, oh, this dude is just, he's an actor. He's an actor. He's going to apologize at whim, give him a few dollars. And this white woman, Martha Stewart, who represents what? Homemaking. The quote unquote, probably ideal white feminine. The thug is all hugged up on that. Do y'all get this? The black man who, if he was in his right mind and off that weed, wouldn't be vacillating so much. Lord have mercy. 1 minute you come out thuggish, ruggish, and you putting her in and putting Gail in a place for disrespecting the black man and being an enemy to our own people and being used by white folk. And 5 minutes later, you talking about your mama made you. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it yourself. Talking about your mama made you feel like a little child. Somebody black. Thank you, Slimothy, for your gift. Vicky, thank the ancestors for you, Queen. Preaching. Benjamin, thank you for your gift. I couldn't read all the comments, but may your gifts be returned back to you 1,000-fold. 1,600 plus of you in the chat. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Thank you for tuning in to the Vicky Show. Again, I'm here Monday through Friday, typically 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. I have a couple of medical appointments coming up soon. So I'll let you know when I'm on at a different time or if I happen to miss a show. But don't forget to check out this website or our show, our network at Fly to Be Queen TV every single day, because I'm not the only queen that's putting up content here. Shout out to you, Spook TV, who says, good job. Thank you, beloved. Listen, let me go back to this. Listen. So you commercialize black masculinity. They neutralized you, Snoop, using the thuggish, ruggish look and got you promoting weed and whatever other stuff y'all be out here doing. And so that weed got you 5 minutes ago, you was ready to do something, but you was putting her in the place. Strong. And you so did it, Snoop, to where you shook the world. And we were the ones that were the foundation. We set the environment for you to feel comfortable doing it in the first place. I'm going to prove that to y'all in no limited time. Give me a minute. And then 2 minutes later, you talking about your mama made you feel like Snoop. Snoopy. From the cartoons when you was growing up, from Snoopy. Get off that weed. See, that's what we can't trust. That's why we can't get off that. Get off. We in war. When you at war, they don't allow soldiers to be drunk and high during war. Lord have mercy. People get killed. Drunk and high and buzzed. Again, this is not about judgment, because I got my own flaws. There are other kinds of substances that people go through in order, you know what I'm saying, to ease their mind. So I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just trying to let you know this is an example. When we tell you all that weed feminizes the black man and masculinizes the black woman, we ain't lying. Snoop is Exhibit A. Somebody talk about to me. Snoop Dogg is Exhibit A. Get off that weed. And I love all you weed heads. Keep tuning in to the Vicky Show, even if you high and you can't break it yet. I'm just saying. Some of y'all smoking now, listen, I'm glad that you're here. I believe at some point, maybe my words will break through. But I'm saying when it comes down to being on the front lines, baby, we just, it's dangerous. And I'm just not the one to put my life on the line with somebody who's out their mind like that. Somebody talk black to me. 1,700 of you in the chat. We're so pleased that you are tuned into the Vicky Show. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Keep listening. We're going to talk about these different points. Are y'all hearing me today? Wait till we about to get to this point right here. I'm going to fast forward so you can hear it in just a moment.
To have a bit more sensitivity.
Say that.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Especially for our superheroes.
Yeah.
When someone becomes a superhero, we don't have a lot of them. Mm-hmm. But when someone becomes a superhero, it's our job to protect that superhero. So that's what we have.
Now listen to how powerful he's talking. Protect that superhero. It was about protecting Kobe. Woo, woo, woo. Now listen to this. Watch what he's going to say next. Watch what he's going to say next. I'm going to fast forward it. Listen, let me get it to it. Watch this. Watch this. This is close.
I could do to just put my effort forward. You know what I'm saying? Because I was wrong.
Right.
I said I'd love to meet with you privately.
Yeah.
That was my last. That was my last. That was my last line, just to make sure that it wasn't going to be watered down or diluted, where I could actually give her a hug, look in her eyes and talk to her like we're talking.
Yeah.
This is a little bit different than, you know what, I'm sorry. And I didn't mean it.
It's much different because just feeling the beauty of your spirit, Snoop.
Right.
You got a lovey-dovey spirit, you know, and that's not to take away any of his gangster.
Did you hear what she said? Shout out to whoever just gave that gift. May your gifts be returned back to you 1,000-fold. Did you hear what Jada just said? Did y'all hear what Jada just said? Jada said, you got a lovey-dovey spirit. That's not to take away any of the gangster. Let me tell y'all something. When you are with your man, baby, we don't have no problem with you being vulnerable, emotional, crying, all of that. You know what I'm saying? We your women. Come on, just come on. It's an honor to love on our men, right? And to be his sounding board. Shout out to you, Kim, for your gift. Love you, Queen, and thank you for keeping the grassroots Blacks informed and empowered. You're so welcome. Thank you for tuning in, beloved. May your gift be returned back to you 1,000-fold. Listen, but Jada, this red table talk, though it's actually in one of your family homes, the enemy is watching y'all with this fake thug. I love you, Snoop. I do. I love you. I love you. I do. But Jada, you in the house with a fake thug now, in your home, to where it really feels like it's intimate now. But the world is watching, the enemy is watching. And let me ask you something. What do you think that kind of conversation is communicating to your open enemy, who's still imprisoning us, robbing us, stealing from us, abusing us, killing us, raped your mama, sodomized your daddy, set them on fire, chopped off their body parts, destroyed their towns and cities, stole our labor, and still kicks us in the teeth every single day? What do you think you're communicating to our open enemy sitting there talking about? Thank you, Kelvin. No intelligent army or military folk would ever just be sitting out there in the time of war, being ultra extracurricular vulnerable and giving all of this insight and intel to our open enemy. We are disarmed and neutralized, and we're wondering why we keep losing. Somebody talk black to me. Thumbs up, family. Hit that notification bell. 1,700 plus of you in the chat. On the count of three. On the count of three, for those of you that have it, on the count of three, please hit that notification bell and hit that thumbs up button. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell. Don't forget to make sure that you're also subscribed. And don't forget to check out our store at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com. I see you all hitting that thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Keep listening to this.
You can't feel that from a text. Right. You can't feel that from a tweet.
Right. Me apologizing was a big difference because people didn't expect that. No, they thought I was going to hold on to my gangster and be like, you know, I said what I said, and people looking up to me and saying, well, I like what you did, Snoop. How can we better ourselves?
No, you should have held on to the gangster. You're supposed to hold on to the gangsters. When you're at war, hold on to the gangster. When you're at war, hold the line for the gangster. Stay gangster until your people are free. Until we're the head and no longer the tail. Until we're above and no longer beneath. Hold on to the gangster. Or get up out this battle. Go home then. Scared as hell. The weed got you going in and weaving. The weed got you weaving. The weed got you weaving in and out. Like that. Got you emotional. That's what we let us be the emotional ones. Let us be the emotional ones. Intelligent. Let the women be the emotional ones. Somebody talk black to me. I could have held on to my gangsters. Yes, hold on to the gangster. Obama was in office for 8 years, had no gangster, and we got nothing. Talk black to me. Sucked up to white folks, bent his booty all the way over. did everything for everybody else, white women, immigrants, LBGTQ, and we got nothing. Hold on to your gangster. This ain't even the worst part, in my opinion, of what he's getting ready to reveal. Are y'all ready to get on? Listen to this. Thumbs up, fam. Listen, I think we're getting close to it. Watch this. Hang out with me.
Correct our mistakes and not feel ashamed and not feel less of a man because I said I'm sorry. Yeah. And that's usually what it is. If you just man up and deal with it, then I don't mind being checked. Yeah. Right. Because if I'm wrong, check me. Yeah. Because I don't want to keep repeating my mistakes. Right. Because I want to be a better person. I got kids, grandkids, my mom and them and her friends.
Now watch this. The beginning of this interview, he talks about why he checked Gail. At the beginning of this interview, he specifically said that it was about respecting this man, his legacy. He talked about, in the beginning of the interview, that he just lost his grandchild. Snoop just lost a grandchild, so he was dealing with that. Like he said, they was just dealing with the death of, what's our brother's name in LA? Oh gosh. What is our brother's name? The hip hop artist. He was also, what's our brother's name, family? I'm drawing a blank. Nipsey. Thank you, Lord. He was just getting over Nipsey. Now Kobe, a grandchild. But more importantly, he was talking about black men being targeted. All of that was right and just, right? In the beginning of the interview, you heard a little bit of the part where he was saying we're being targeted. That means that he was correcting Gail from a righteous place, right? Is that right, family? Other than perhaps him calling her the B word, but him correcting her was good. It was the right thing to do. It's the way you deal with an enemy. And I'm like my brother Willie D the other day, when the black community has an enemy, I don't care nothing about how the enemy is dealt with. Lord have mercy. Somebody talk black to me. An enemy gets dealt with like an enemy. You don't get to say black man attacking a black woman when I told you that the first person that checked Gayle King before the interview ever aired was a black woman. Did you all hear what I just said? The first person that checked Gayle King before the interview ever aired was a black woman. She didn't use the same language as him, as he did. And then as far as social media, I was one of the first black women that checked her and was pleased to do it. So don't come to me with, no, this is about black men disrespecting black women. No, baby, I was a black woman and I have a big issue with it, and I told the world, whoever will listen. And treating somebody like an enemy, it just is what it is. You don't get to run under the banner of female and I'm a woman and the black man is attacking me when you're acting as an enemy. When America deals with traitors and spies and stuff, they don't talk about the gender and all of that. If you was handicapped, disabled, or in a special minority group, no, an enemy of the state. Lord have mercy. You're an enemy of black society. Keep listening. That ain't the worst part, though. That ain't the worst part. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. 1,800 plus of you in the chat. We're so pleased that you're tuned into the Vicky Show. I'm typically here Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm queuing it right now. I'm getting to it. I'm trying to pull it up now. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure that you check out our store at shopfnq.com as well as our business school at flynubianbusiness.com. You'll learn from qualified black folks how to start a business and bring in income. See, we're not just about talk here. We give you actionable information and solutions. Somebody talk black to me. By the way, you all know that at times my show has been what we believe to be targeted and interrupted on purpose by the powers that shouldn't be, whoever they are, big, little, or small. Somebody talk black to me. So in the event I'm ever cut off or there's a disruption with my show, meet me at yourblackworldtv.com. Don't forget that. Make sure you're subscribed there as well, family. Meet me at yourblackworldtv.com. If there's ever another interruption with my show like it was yesterday and some days back to back, Meet me at yourblackworldtv.com. Keep listening. We're almost at the point where I want you to listen to this next part.
Yeah.
Auntie Memphis, I can call you again. All right, nephew. You had me wondering.
Not in the doghouse no
Yeah,
more.
you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in the church doghouse.
Right. I love you saying, I don't mind being checked, because that means you're always open to learning.
Right.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all we.
Yes, you need to be open to be checked, and it's only arrogant people that feel like that they can never be corrected. But this is not the circumstance that we're talking about, family. In this context, you hear him talking about how Snoop said that his mama, he talked to his mama. And then he talked about how his aunties and the women in his family was treating him. And in my mind, what I was thinking was, okay, what about the men in your family? What about the men in your life? What were their thoughts about this? Mamas, some of us, we know we love your children, but sometimes the advice that we give is not good. When we have influence and power and we help to weaken our men, thinking that we're doing something good, when in fact this woman needed to be checked. When you check Gail, which I don't understand, this is what I feel like most people are missing. The reason why Snoop, what he did, which was based on what we have been saying as a grassroots Black society, he was empowered by us. But certainly his platform and his name recognition and who he is elevated it. What made what he did, why it resounded so much, is because it was a high-level rebuke, not of just Gail. Please don't miss this. It was a high-level rebuke of who Gail represents. Did you all hear what I just said? I don't think you did. I don't think you did. The reason why this reverberated in mainstream white society, the reason why MSNBC was doing pieces on this, the reason why you had Susan Rice governmental officials coming out in force. Watch this. It's because it wasn't just Gayle King he was rebuking. It was CBS. It was white supremacy. It was white folk, which is why they came to try to protect Gayle, because she's their cover. He was rebuking them. And when the Black man roars, and that's what Snoop did. Snoop was roaring. When he roared, our open enemy got scared to death when that lion started to roar. Wasn't no dog in that. Wasn't no ruff, baby. That was a roar. And that scared our open enemy. And they had to put that in check quick, fast, and in a hurry. And again, you see why masculinity with the Black man is always attacked. You see again why you are promoted and why you're incentivized to go around with a pink tutu on and twitch and twirl. He was not just roaring at Gayle. And they got scared. Have y'all seen that movie from a long time ago? What's the name of that lion? The Lion King. What happened when the lion was roaring? Come on, everybody in the jungle, guys. Come on, it's all Black to me. When the Black man roars, I don't know, scared of no Obama kind of pop spirit. Come on, what we gonna do with that? You gotta have some man up in there. Come on, somebody talk Black to me. There's gotta be the Black God moving and shaking. When you open up your mouth, every stuff you can see and things you can't see start to shake and shift. And devils get scared. And so before you get out of control, before you start to become more influential, before you grow more in power, before this thing catch hold, and before somebody else catches it, let's incarcerate it. Let's kill it. Let's assassinate their reputation and their name. Let's control it. And Snoop hadn't roared like that before. Come on, somebody talk Black to me. He was feeling good. He was feeling like a man. He was feeling like a black guy. He was feeling so good. He felt uncomfortable and got scared of his own power and backed up because white folks told him to. And unfortunately, too many black men and too many black brothers, watch this, and too many sisters, watch this, but they ain't the only ones. Watch this. This is not the only feminine energy that's involved in Snoop apologizing. Can I break this down real quick? I'm almost done. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Hit that notification bell. My name is Vicky Dillard. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard, and follow me also on my own personal page where I'm going to be doing some vlogging in the next month or so at vickydillard.tv. Somebody put that in the comment section, vickydillard.tv. vickydillard.tv. Watch this. Listen to this next part.
That's all we can do.
I'm a student.
We're all a student in this.
I love studying. When this thing happened with Gail, I got calls from Tyler Perry, Puff Daddy, Van Jones.
Wow.
Like powerful black men. And they didn't bash me. They just was, brother, we got your back. You know, if you need, but we thank you. You should have said it.
Right.
Did you all hear what he just said? Y'all play too much. I'm finna sit back right now. I'm sitting back right now. I'm sitting back right now. And I want you all to let that soak in, what you just heard. Let that soak in, what you just heard. The problem is he's confused. He said powerful black men called him. And no disrespect to our brothers. We know that they're powerful in their own way. Don't get it twisted. I'm not here to disrespect our brothers. Y'all know that's not what, I'm not about that life. But we got to talk some truths. We got to look at this thing closely. He said, shout out to you, Christopher, for your gift. He just said, Van Jones called him, which I don't, please, Van, please sit down. Tyler Perry, and we need the drag to cease. Somebody talk black to me. He said Puff Daddy called him. Puffy. Puff called him. Van Jones called him. Tyler Perry called him. And then it was possible that there were others because he said, powerful black men contacted him. Told him he could have said it different. I'm sorry. That made me speechless. Somebody talk back to me. That made me speechless. That he was urged in private by these black men to make things right with Gayle King. And what is Tyler Perry's connection to Gayle? And he buddy with Oprah and that whole crew. We need you to come up out of drag. And let me just say this real quick. I know we got 1,900 plus people in the chat. I ain't gonna be too much longer. Stay with me though. Thumbs up, keep liking and sharing. Watch this. I love Tyler Perry and the good things that he's done, but let's talk truth right now. Tyler, if we're gonna talk about disrespecting black women based on facts and receipts, don't you need to be fixing the mess that you done made with Monique? I need somebody black to talk black to me. Tyler, you and Oprah, who are directly connected to Gayle King, you and Oprah need to be trying to fix you all blackballing Monique up in here, and she came with nothing but receipts and admissions from y'all. Tyler, are you working that behind the scenes to fix that? Talk about disrespecting black women. I need y'all to help me today. No disrespect. I know Tyler probably felt like he needed to do what he needed to do with the dress on and stuff, and all that. I'm not disrespecting, but I'm just saying there's some other kinds of feminine energies that could be up in the mix. Puffy, P. Diddy, they stuff is said and shown and done, but I'm just saying. Y'all some of the same ones, especially P. Diddy, y'all the same ones that still telling us to vote. And ain't none of you all talking about reparations, and cut the check. I need somebody black to talk black to me. Tyler, are you fixing that? I'm just curious. Keep listening, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Make sure every one of you all are subscribed. Don't forget, family, if there's ever an interruption with the Vicky Show, remember, you're going to meet me where? At yourblackworldtv.com. Make sure you're subscribed there. yourblackworldtv.com. Listen. Let me get the volume back up. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. Hey, look what you doing, bro. What's that?
Listen again.
It's
things that I could do. I understand.
It's much different because just feeling the beauty of your spirit, Snoop.
Right.
You gotta love you.
Now watch this, because it's going on to the next part. I'm getting ready to cue it now, because I want you to listen to this again. Listen to the black men who called him in private, telling him he could have said it different. All of these black men who submit to white supremacy and don't show no warrior in y'all. I want you to listen to who he said again. And I want to let you all know it's what we're saying is going on is what's going on. Whatever the grassroots black societies is saying is what's going on, that's what's going on. So I want to know, I want to say to Tyler Perry, Van Jones, and who else? Puff Daddy. Those are ones he specifically named. I want to tell you guys that the advice that you gave him is anti-black advice. I need somebody black. Did you hear what I said? Tyler, Puffy, and Van. Those are the ones he specifically named, who he called powerful black men. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You are an enemy to black people by giving him that advice. You are culpable and collaborators with white supremacy because you let white folk get off the hook. Did you all have these kinds of conversations, Tyler and Puffy and Van, with Gayle King? That's what I want to know. Did you have a come to Black Jesus meeting with Gayle? The advice you gave him is anti-black advice, and we consider that to be traitorous and dangerous to black folk. And every single one of the ones that I've named, y'all got a whole lot of nearness to whiteness. I ain't tripping with you all because I understand that we're in warfare and we got to do what we got to do. But when you give it this kind of advice, baby, no, baby, you anti-black. You done lost your mind is what you've done. Corin said, I love you. So I love you back. Thumbs up, family. Listen. Here we go. Listen. Listen.
I want to be in the church doghouse.
Right. I love you saying, I don't mind being checked, because that means you're always open to learning.
Right.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all we can do.
Yeah, I'm a student.
We're all a student in there.
I love studying. When this thing happened with Gayle, I got calls from Tyler Perry, Puff Daddy, Van Jones.
Wow.
Like powerful black men. And they didn't bash me. They just was, brother, we got your back. You know, if you need, but we think that you should have said it.
Right.
See how they got to that?
Yeah.
They just start off with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big difference. Hey, look what you doing, bro. I mean, what's happening then? I'm gonna match your energy with your energy.
So true.
When you get at me with, hey, brother, we just calling to let you know we support you and we love you, and you know you could have went about it a little bit different.
Right.
You think so? Yeah. All right. What can I do? Mm-hmm. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Van, go sit your funny looking self down. Tyler Perry, go sit your sit down. P. Diddy, please go sit down. Please sit down. I was disgusted when I heard that. Black men, Snoop started this off by saying how he felt targeted. Black men were feeling targeted, and Jada and her family was sitting there saying that this was the first time in a long time that they've seen the collective black man be so angry. Watch this. But you, black men, some of you, by the name of Van Jones, Tyler Perry, and P. Diddy, you guys are contributing to your own targeting because you let them off the hook. Somebody black talk black to me. Listen.
We got a real brotherhood going on behind us.
I love hearing that.
For real.
Many prominent women expressed their appreciation for your public apology to Gayle King. And Dr. Ian Levins,
I don't want
did it make you...
Watch this, watch this. This is the part. I'm rewinding back because I wanted you to hear this very powerful, powerful piece. And I'm almost done. Keep giving us a thumbs up, liking and share. 1,900 plus of you in the chat. We're so pleased that you tuned into the Vicky Show. Please make sure, family, that before this show is over, that you hit that share button and then copy the link and share it on all your platforms. I don't care how big or small it is. Share it, share it, share it. Shout out to you, Black Mama. Sadly, I can't even read what you said, beloved. Black Mama, I love you so much. You blessed the network, and you've also blessed me personally on my Cash app. The other day, I want to thank you so much. And also, I don't know if this sister is watching. Shout out to Sharice Fleming. Sharice Fleming is an amazing supporter. You have the nerve to even send me some coins. But more importantly, you sent me this beautiful letter of your story and how you determined some amazing things that you're doing in your life and how you set aside those particular funds to personally give me, to personally bless me. And I want to thank you. There's too many more of you all that do things for me personally, and it has shocked me. And I don't even know you all personally. And I want to say thank you. And by the way, if you're trying to reach out to me, because I've received so many books and gifts, and I wear some of the gifts that you guys give me, I am the most fortunate girl on the planet. I am the luckiest girl in the world. I literally am. I say that I feel so loved because this is my bliss to be able to come before my people. And some of you have reached out to me through my P.O. box, and you can reach me on my website at onpurposewithvicky.com. All that information is in the comment section. But thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's too many individuals to name. This is for you, even those who don't want to be named. Thank you so much. And may your gifts be returned back to you 1,000-fold. Listen to this part. He says something that's so profound. Are y'all ready for this? I more people give us thumbs up, liking and sharing. This next part is so profound. I skipped past this and now I'm doubling back because I need you all to hear what he has to say right here. Very important. Here we go.
Make you feel when you saw what was happening in regards to your words, when you saw how people reacted?
It made me feel like I had too much power. Mm-hmm. And at that particular time, I was abusing it. Mm. And that's just what I felt.
Got it.
And I had to get it right.
Right. So I want to talk about the turn that happened, mm-hmm, that made you just...
Did you all hear what he said? He said he felt like he had too much power and that he was abusing it. The proof of a slave mind. Please ride with me right now, Black family. Ride with me right now, Black family. Snoop just said that he felt like, she asked him, how did he feel? Because this thing went global. That's what the context of this conversation is about, this part of the conversation. She asked him, how did he feel when all of this thing, because it was more said before the part that I let you listen to. He said he felt like he had too much power. Proof of the slave mind. The manifestation of the slave mind is that you don't know what it's like to really be yourself, Black man. Did you hear what your Black woman just said to you? I said, you, who you are is so powerful. It scares even you, and you back down like a puppy dog because you're used to being powerless. Snoop, who sold millions of CDs around the world. Snoop, who's known around the globe. Snoop, who's considered to be an actual legend. In this context, not with the music, not how he's known all over the world, not the fact that he's a legend in the game. He said he felt he had too much power because of the backlash he got by checking this Black woman, which I just told you it wasn't even about Gayle, right? I told you he wasn't just checking Gayle. When this Black man roared, he was checking who Gayle represented. And he just said he felt that he had too much power. As a Black woman, I say to you, Snoop, and I hope y'all send this to, he may not see this, but you never know who's watching the Vicky Show. Somebody talk Black to me. Look, I don't wait for newspapers and magazines and all these different other kinds of mentions to bring up my name. Baby, I already know I'm the spot because I'm on purpose. And it doesn't matter to me whether it's 200 watching me today, and like today you see over 2,000 plus watching live and probably thousands more later. I'm on purpose with what I say in the moment because it's about who I'm influencing. Somebody black talk black to me. Shout out to you, Uplift the Race, for your gift. Snoop didn't realize he was a Lion of Judah. Yes, beloved. Listen. I ain't never nervous or intimidated. That's from the dictionary. I know it's intimidated. When you're on purpose, somebody talk black to me. But me as your sister, I want y'all to share this out to everybody. Give this to Jada, Instagram her, tweet her, and Snoop. He said he felt like he had too much power. When you're making a difference and when you're being a liberator for your people, notice this. They didn't come after Snoop like this when he was calling us hoes and bees. White supremacy rose its head when he did something that had something halfway to do with doing something good for black folk. Shout out to you, Vanessa, for your gift. I couldn't read your comments because they're going so fast. It's 2,000 plus of you here, and several of you are making comments, so I'm sorry I can't read your comments, but thank you for your gifts. Isn't that something? Baby, you are meant to be powerful. You are meant to have your foot on the enemy's necks. You are meant to say something and mean it and stand by it and don't back up and back down. But see, when you don't know yourself, see this, Lord, thank you, James. When you don't know yourself and when you're so used to being the tail for 465 years, when you're used to taking orders from white folk, when they tell you what standards are and how far you can go. But when you decided for yourself in that moment, that was the real you. Shout out to you, Dr. DF, for your gift. Get off that weed, bruh. Kenya, thank you for your gift. Kenya said, preach, Vicky. I rely upon your revolutionary commentary. It's essential in my development. Oh, thank you, beloved, for your kind words. May your gifts be returned back to you 1,000-fold. I receive what you just said humbly. Queen, I just do what I feel I'm led to do by a force and a power that's greater than myself. And if it doesn't resonate with some people, that's okay. But as long as it resonates to those whom I'm called, Lord have mercy, then my living is not in vain. The old folks in Mississippi used to say that. Y'all don't know nothing about that, do you? I know I live in the West right now, but I'm from Mississippi. The old folks used to talk about their living not being in vain. And while we're on that subject of living not being in vain, brothers, when you're not standing up like you should, your living is in vain. When you're just doing the bidding of our open enemies, then your living is in vain. You just being a commentator, Van, on CNN, baby, it's not the acme of power. True success is about you being able to parlay your gifts and your skills and your aptitudes into something that's going to make your family, your community, and your Black society better and move humanity forward. If you can't parlay that into something like that, baby, just please with all that extracurricular nothing you got going on. Nobody's going to remember you. Thumbs up, family. Hit that notification bell, would you? I want you to hear that part again. Y'all see why I had to rewind that? Got to hang out with other men that make men. See, when you don't know your purpose, when you're not connected right. See, when Snoop and some other folks and Van and them, they're not connected to the black grassroots. What happens to a flower that's disconnected? What's happening to a tree that's no longer rooted and situated in the ground? It's going to eventually do what? Come on, somebody. Snoop, you wasn't powerful. We were the powerful ones. Don't like to me. Because Snoop said even earlier in the interview, he talked about the fact that it was more people that was with him than that was against him. And Jada and her mama and her daughter, everybody was like, yeah, yeah. That's because we made that happen from the ground up. And that's why we cannot abide cowards. So that's why if you get your little weekend show on MSNBC and you had a reputation for being a powerful activist and a powerful force and leader for the Black community at one time, but when they show that you can be bought off, then we can't do much with you. Thumbs up, family. Please hit that notification bell. Let me see if just one more time. I think y'all need to hear this one more time. Just one more. Listen.
What was happening in regards to your words when you saw how people reacted?
It made me feel like I had too much power. Mm-hmm. And at that particular time, I was abusing it. Mm. And that's just what I felt.
Got it.
Manifestation of the slave mind. A slave who did something right by calling out white supremacy and targeting Black men using Gayle King. Shout out to you, Nelson X. Nelson says, Vicky, our ancestors went through hell just to make sure you can be here to liberate all of us. We are great, Mama Vicky X. Oh, may your gifts be returned back to you 1,000-fold in your very kind words. And though your words are way beyond me, I receive it just in the light and in the power of the God and the divine ancestors. Listen. Manifestation of the slave mind is when you do something right, you feel like it's wrong. Beloved, that shows the conditioning and the programming that our people have. When we stand up for something right, get a little bit of pressure, then you back down. Do you understand why? It makes sense now why Minister Farrakhan and the nation teaches to separate yourself from this enemy. You know why? Because see, when you're still under their control and influence, they make evil fair seeming. Did you hear what I said? Your enemies make evil fair seeming. What's good for you, they tell you is bad. Something that's a girl, they tell you is a boy. Jesus, y'all better talk Black to me. And too many other contradictions. They've proven themselves to be disagreeable people to dwell and to be fooling with like that. You got to incubate yourself. Snoop, you got to incubate yourself right now and get up off that weed. Again, I ain't trying to judge the people that's watching me right now smoking weed. Keep watching, Vicky. I love you. But I'm just saying you can't go to war with that blunt in your hand. Do y'all even call them blunts anymore? I don't know. Y'all, it's so many different names out there. I don't know. I was raised in a very religious home, all that. And I'm sure my religion had something to do with me not getting involved in all of that. But I also know that I had a very vivid imagination. So the reason why I didn't get drunk and high and do none of that, I didn't want nothing controlling me. I had already imagined somebody putting something. This was years ago. I'm 41. So as a child, as a teenager, my mind was going. And I was already imagining scenes of my body being used in a way I didn't want it to be used. And I was imagining somebody messing with possible drugs, possible drinking that I could have done. My imagination kept me from some of this madness. I was imagining football teams chatting about me in the locker room. That helped me to avoid stuff. Y'all better talk Black. Can't do nothing with a mind that's weeded up like that. Today you a revolutionary, Snoop. Tomorrow, I shouldn't. But I can't do nothing with that. You confusing everybody, putting the whole group at risk because your emotions that's out of balance. Leave the emotions to us, okay, bruh. We need y'all to break down at home, baby. I'm here for all the breakdowns. For all of any kind of breakdowns you can think. But out there, you can't be, Lord, why? Vicky, get up off of here. But did y'all hear that part?
I had to get it right.
Right. So I want to talk about the turn that happened that made you decide to apologize in the way that you did.
Because that's so powerful.
It was like, I was like, yes.
You know, I'm a great person as far as understanding when I'm wrong. Like, I like being an example of wrong and right because my whole career is based off of.
Well, I don't know about that foolishness he talking about right there. But anyway, Jada and them getting excited because he apologized and what made you and all this. As a woman, I was disgusted. As a woman that's not in Hollywood, I was humiliated and embarrassed. I'm not sure if my Black female woman opinion matters, but that's how I felt. I felt unprotected. I felt butt naked is what I felt like. Thanks, Snoop. I don't know what kind of mental processing Jada and them doing. I don't know nothing about that. It's disconnected from revolution. I know that much. I do know that much. So I'm not sure where she got all of that miscellaneous nothing from. But as a Black woman, I felt humiliated. Jada, when in the beginning of the interview, remember Jada said, my heart dropped. My heart dropped when you came back with double apology, Snoop. I saw the weakening right before our eyes. I can appreciate you not wanting to call the sister out of her name, the B word and stuff like that. But my point is dealing with an enemy like an enemy to me took precedent over that. But the caliber of the men, the Van Jones of the world, the Snoop, the Van Jones, the Tyler Perry, and the Puff Daddies that specifically called him to apologize to Gayle King, that should tell you something right there. Black male masculinity is in big trouble. Talk Black to me. In the rebuking of Gayle. Thumbs up, family. Hit that notification bell. Don't forget to check out our store at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com. Also reach out to us at flynubianbusiness.com to start your own business. These are very important links, family. Very important that you connect with us on this. Also, text the word Queens to 31996. That's text the word Queens, plural, to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Thank you so much. And follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Don't go nowhere yet. Can you give me a couple more minutes? Can you give me just give me, a couple more minutes, just a couple more, two plus two minutes. Listen, real quick. Watch this. The caliber of the men that ended up apologizing about something this serious. This situation was so serious. This situation was so important. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who's known around the world, who just recently spoke at the Savior's Day annual convention in Detroit, Michigan, this past Sunday. He talked about issues specific in America to Black folk. He confronted Donald Trump. Shout out to you, Tricia, for your gift. He spoke on Iran and international issues and consequences for America's misdeeds. And guess what else he talked about? He talked about Kobe, and he talked about specifically Snoop Dogg. This caliber of a man, who's more than a man, in my humble opinion. He knew it was so important what went down with Gayle King that Minister Farrakhan weighed in on this. Listen to what he said. And then listen to the advice that Van Jones gave and P. Diddy gave. And what's the other one? Tyler Perry gave. Listen to this very briefly.
Those of you who have daughters, there's a picture of Kobe with his little daughter, Gianna, reaching up to Kobe. Look at that. Look at that. Look at.
I'm going to skip.
Miss Gayle.
Listen.
You are my sister. I love you, and I admire the good that you've done, but you were being used on that day to besmirch the memory of a good man, Gail. You were there to knock down my brother. She did a documentary on, what's his name? Who? R. Kelly.
Listen.
R. Kelly did some bad things.
Yes, he did. Listen.
But there's some fathers in this audience that have raped their daughters. There's some fathers out there who misuse and abuse their granddaughters.
Listen.
Kobe did so much good in his life. Couldn't you find something, Gail, to say good about your brother, a fellow sufferer? Mr. Rose from CBS.
Preach.
He was charged with abusing women. You defended him.
She defended him. That white man.
Sister Gail, my brother Snoop.
Listen.
Wait. My brother Snoop was angry with you because what you did was so unnecessary. And so I defend the good that Gail has done in her life. But I'm saying to all of you that are in privileged positions with white people,
listen.
Don't let them use you. She gave an interview. My analyst told me 34% of her questions were probing questions to Lisa Leslie, and you kept coming back to the same theme, even though she defended her love for Kobe. Couldn't you find in his 20 years of marriage that he was still married? Brought us forth beautiful girls. Couldn't you find something to say about the daughter-father love and the people telling him he needed a boy to carry on his legacy? And there was Gianni becoming a basketball savant. Couldn't you find something to say that he championed the rights of women?
Keep listening.
So, Sister Gail,
we're almost done.
Though I love you,
watch this,
and I love Kobe, and I love Snoop, I defend Snoop's anger.
Van Jones, listen. Tyler, listen.
I defend Snoop's rebuke.
Snoop, listen, Snoop.
And I defend Snoop's speech.
Did y'all hear that? Watch, listen.
Now, I don't approve.
Listen.
Of no man referring to any woman, black or white, with the title of B.
Listen.
At the Million Man March, all of you that were there, you took that pledge.
Watch this.
But in his anger, I defend him from the Quran. For the Quran says when somebody feels hurt and they use hurtful speech is justified when you hurt like you hurt. He was hurt and we are hurt.
That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, if an 86-year-old man, spiritual leader, that's more than a man, understood the gravity of this situation where he's doing an annual convention and he talks about issues related to Black folk in America. He confronts Donald Trump. He talks about Iran. He talks about international issues. And he talks also about Kobe and Gayle King. That lets you know how important this was. But you see the difference between the caliber of men? I'm just going to leave that at that. Thank you, 2,000 plus of you that tuned in to the Vicky Show on today. Make sure that you join us Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. right here at FlyNewBeingQueenTV.com. I told you, it doesn't matter what the subject is. Don't miss the Vicky Show. We're at war. You don't know what little nugget you might get. I don't pretend to be some great anything. I just know that if I'm here and I'm speaking, I'm doing it because I'm moved to do it. And who knows what you might glean from that. I'm so honored that you would take this time to tune in. I'm humble as this is my bliss. Shout out to you, Silent D Productions. I give more in the near future, Queen. Thank you for your beautiful, kind words. Silent D Productions says, you're fat in the war chest. Yes, you are, beloved. And every dollar and every dime matters. And may your gifts be returned back to you 1,000-fold. Take what you hear today, family, and do something about it. Take what you hear today and do something about it. Listen and re-listen. And again, it is my honor. It is my bliss. It is the light of my life to be able to come to you from a laptop and speak to my people, notwithstanding the medical circumstance I deal with, notwithstanding the past, and notwithstanding the haters. This is the real reach for me. And I thank you so much for making that happen. Make sure you're subscribed to Fly Nubian Queen. Do not, family, don't just listen to my words. Get this, your mug, your Queen mug at shopfnq.com because you're supporting our network and you are strengthening the war chest when you go to shopfnq.com. Text the word Queens to 31996. Thank you, Q, for your gift. Text the word Queens to 31996. Thank you, Melanated Queen. Keep inspiring us, sister, with your knowledge of our ancestors through your fearless. I can't see what else you said, but thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dr. F. Again, Esquire, for your gift. Every one of you. Mwah, 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 mwah. I can't wait to see you again next week, inshallah, right here. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Why? Because I'm not the only Fly Nubian Queen. There are others, and they are bringing the funk, and we're just getting started. Thank you so much. The real funk. Not the stanky funk from the old dead black media. I just realized what I just said. Somebody tell back to me. I leave you in the manner in which I came. That is in peace. I love you. Mwah.